What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, another something off the beaten path review. Today we're going to be checking out the MEL Chemistry Starter Kits with my son, Sean. It's another special tag team review. And we're going to be checking out this new MEL Chemistry Starter Kit and then two of their MEL Chemistry science packets, which each one has 2 science experiments in it. We have the tin science experiment, and we have the chemistry of monsters science experiment over here. So we're going to open it up, show you what all you get inside in the subscription service, and then tell you what we like and dislike about it. Sound good? All right, let's go ahead and do it. All right, then we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside the MEL chemistry set. So first, everyone's going to be getting a starter kit. So how this works is everyone's going to get a starter kit, and then you're going to get these, I believe 2 of them a month, I think is how they were going to do it, which are different chemistry sets that will have all the materials you'll need, like the chemicals and whatnot, whereas this will have all the supplies that you'll be needing in order to do those said chemistry sets. So let's take a look inside of here, and they got a big little thing that'll show you all the different stuff that's going to be coming inside and how you can get the app and whatnot. So it's all pretty useful there. Periodic table of elements. This is part of the fire starter thing, and this is a really nice little little burner here. This is where you're going to be having your fires, which is pretty cool, so you can set that up. Next, you're going to have beakers and tubes and all sorts of sciencey stuff. I didn't get a chance to use all these because I only had 2 of the kits. You're going to have another glass one of these. Now, as you can see, it's got a heat sensor on the side, which will let you know if it's hot or not, which is kind of nice. Little measuring scoops, some cups. Let's see, this is for the camera, to turn your camera into a microscope, which didn't work as well as I would like it to, but it did work somewhat, which was actually pretty cool. My son really enjoyed that. We got a stopper for your beaker, whatever it's called, a couple other stoppers. Little syringe looking dude right here, another syringe in there. You're going to get a tray where you'll be doing all your activities and some safety goggles. I don't know if this one came inside of here, or if it actually came in the tin one, but this is what you're going to use. You'll have batteries here, and you'll be able to connect things. I'll tell you that in a second. And then we have a VR headset here, which is really kind of cool. If you've never seen VR, this will turn your phone into sort of a virtual reality machine, which is really kind of neat, especially if that's the only way that you're going to be able to do virtual reality if you don't have an Oculus Rift or a Vive or anything like that. So that's what you're going to be getting inside the base set. Oh, safety goggles as well. So let's take a look at what you're going to be getting inside the chemistry of monsters and inside the tin. So first we'll take a look at the chemistry of monsters. Me and my son got a chance to do all the experiments in here. And as you can see, you're going to have all the materials you need, and they're going to be in these little containers, which is really kind of nice. And they give you enough to do it, I think, 2, 3, 4 times. 2 times, I think it was. I had to reshoot this and I forgot. So there was the giant snake, which was really cool, and then we also had the burning sugar, which unfortunately did not work well. I'll mention that more in the pros and cons, but it tells you exactly what to do, and it has instructions on the back, so very useful stuff there. There you go. This is the paper you'll be setting on fire so you can spread the ashes on the sugar cubes. So that's what you're getting inside of here. It is 2 experiments. Likewise, over here, you're going to get 2 more experiments that are both going to deal with tin. And this one is going to be getting you some petri dishes where you'll be putting some acid in there, which is really, really strong acid. This is the tin dendrite. Now, me and my son did this one. And in order to do this one, you actually have to hook up these jumper cables to it. But get up real close. It completely ate away at the jumper cables. I don't know if I did it incorrectly, but that shows you how strong this acid is. Now, let me zoom in there. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Completely ate away at that. So this is real stuff here. You got to be careful with it. But this one makes a really cool looking spider web in a petri dish, a metal tree, I guess is what they call it. And this one is a tin hedgehog where you're going to stick this little teeny piece of tin in there, and then it's going to kind of spawn off and turn into a hedgehog. So it starts off like this little tiny thing, and then it's going to grow to about this size, and it's going to have all the little hedgehog things, and it will look like that thing right there, which my son really enjoyed as well. There's also some safety gloves in here and some various other different things. So those are two of the kits that you're going to get, and then of course the MEL chemistry base kit, which will have all the beakers and whatnot that you'll need in order to do these kits. But that, in a nutshell, is what you're going to be getting inside of the MEL chemistry sets. Alrighty then, the MEL chemistry starter kit from MEL Science. What are our final thoughts? Let's go over the pros. Let's go over the cons. Sean, what did you have on the con side? What did you not like about the chemistry set?
I didn't like when we did not need our safety goggles.
Yeah, some of them you don't really need the safety goggles. At least he didn't wear them. Even though it recommends always using the safety goggles because you're always going to have either chemicals you're working with, or you're going to have fire like this one. Both of them use fire, and we actually had a pretty decent sized fire going on our coffee table, didn't we? Yep. It was a pretty big fire. On my con side, I have a couple different cons. First, it is a subscription service, which is going to be a turnoff to a lot of people, and it's $50 a month, which is a pretty decent chunk of change. Now, when you break it down, it sounds a little bit better because you're going to be getting 4 experiments a month, so you're looking at $12.50 per experiment. You can do each experiment once or twice, or I think it's twice at a bare minimum. Some of you can probably do even more than that, and if you have some of the stuff yourself, you could probably do it again and again and again. But it is a little bit on the steep side. Now, it is also a bit of a weird of a subscription service as well, because when you first sign up, you're going to get this big starter kit, and the starter kit comes with a beaker, like this cool fold-out thing that you're going to be setting stuff on fire on. It's got, you know, stoppers and these cups and tubes, and it's got like this little microscope you can put on your phone that we couldn't figure out. Oh, it's got the cool 3D thing that you put on your phone. Yeah, it's got some of those 3D, the 3D box that you put on your phone, which is really kind of neat.
And it makes something all blue.
Yeah, it makes it look like it's just popping out at you. So any other cons we have? Oh, one of the 4 experiments didn't work for us, so that was disappointing. The one with the sugar cubes, where you set sugar cubes on fire. It didn't work. We tried it twice. We rubbed the ash in there. We burned up the paper. We followed all the directions, but it still didn't work, so that was a little bit of a disappointment as well.
Yep.
Any other cons I can think of? You know, eventually you'll use everything in the box, but I mean, that's not really a huge con. It really depends on what you're trying to compare it to. But moving on to the pros. The MEL Chemistry Starter Kit. Did you like it?
Yes.
How old are you?
4.
4 years old. You just had your 4th birthday. Did you get excited every night when we did science experiments?
Yes.
There you go. If that's what you're wanting to know, that was it. He legitimately was super excited every night to put on those science goggles and ask all the questions about what we were doing. Now, he doesn't quite understand what we were doing yet, and for that part, I don't as well. But the app looks like it's very well done. Like, we looked at the app a couple times, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it looks like it has tons and tons of useful information and stuff to potentially expand the science experiments for if you have older kids. But even for someone as young as him, he really got excited about it. And I did as well, too. It was fun trying to figure out what would happen next, wasn't it? So which of the 4 science experiments did you like the best? Obviously, the sugar one is probably in last place and it didn't work. But we had the burning snake, we had the porcupine, and then we had the tree that we actually just did. So which one did you like best out of the ones in the chemistry and monsters in the tin? Which one did you like best? Did you like the snake?
No.
The porcupine?
No, like this.
So yeah, it made like this big black snake. It was probably it got to be about this tall. That was really cool. I personally liked the tree one where you had to hook the batteries up and do the dish soap. You really liked the porcupine though, didn't you?
And no, I liked
Well, you can like more than one.
the one and the porcupine and the tree.
So you liked all of them that worked.
And I liked the sugar snake.
Well, the sugar cube didn't work, buddy.
Oh, the sugar snake.
Oh, the sugar snake, yeah, because that one's called the sugar snake. So, would you want to do more science experiments?
Yep.
Yes, I think he would definitely wholeheartedly endorse this. And I think I would also if you have the expendable cash. And that's a big if, though. But if you can't afford $50 a month, I think your kids and you are really going to have, some quality time. If your kids are old enough, I think they're really going to get some sciencey stuff out of this, which is always a good thing. The starter kit's really nice as well. It has tons and tons of stuff in there. The instructions are very easy to follow for us, weren't they?
Yeah.
They're on the website, and then they also give you like this big tarot card size thing that has the directions on there. very clearly written out, which is nice. Stuff on the website to expand it out, stuff on the app to expand it out. The app was user-friendly, and just overall, MEL chemistry set. If you have kids that are into science, and if you can afford the $50 a month subscription service, I think you're really going to get some pretty good bang out of this. It was a lot of fun. You can do it 2 times per experiment at a minimum, and I would be excited to check out some more of this. So that is the MEL Chemistry Starter Kit from MEL Science, one that I think that we are definitely recommending if you can afford $50 a month, and that's a big if. Yes?
And no sneezing.
No sneezing. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below or in the comments below. Let me know, why can't my son sneeze? Why can't you sneeze?
'Cause no sneezing at reviews.
Oh, no sneezing during reviews. That's always good advice. I wholeheartedly agree, even though sometimes I break that rule. But let me know in the comments below. Yeah, something else then. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.